Mr. Briggs? Here I am. I'm about to cut this pipe. Hush. So I just welded both ends. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just tack welding it for the mock-up. But it's going pretty good. Got that weld. I got an inside weld. Got one there, one there. This is my last square tubing. It's a little bit rough, has some holes in it. But I'm going to weld it here. Here, I got it grinded and ready. And from this square tubing will come a brace member going into the bucket on each side. And also I'll have 45 pieces on each side. But so far so good. So I got my lines drawn where I want to cut it. I don't know if I'll be able to cut this. This looks very, it's going to be a hard cut to do. I'll try my best though. There we go. I got one side off. I had to grinder it with cut-off wheels. Don't seem to want to last long when you do that type of cutting. Took me about 4 cutting blades, 4 cut-off wheels. And it's a little bit, I'm going to weld it all together, grind it, weld it, grind it, weld it, grind it, weld it, grind it. Keep that going on for like forever. Get a nice, sharpened edge. But I don't think it'll have a problem digging. That's like a 5-inch piece. Alright, today I'm going to start by welding right here all the way around. Try to make it uniform, then I'll grind it and weld it and grind it and try to make it sharp. So that's going on, and also I'm going to take this piece of metal cut in half, have it go from here to about here as a support. I'm going to grind this angle. I've welded almost all the way around. I got my grinder right here. I'm going to go like slowly, do the inside, taper it a little bit, and then I'll switch off and do the outside. And then by then my welder will be ready to weld again. It overheats, it has a thermal overload protection. It only has a duty cycle of 4%. So that's the drawback of it, but I've been able to weld real thick metal with a $150 welder. It's a Clark 31E. So it's a good welder. It's just, you have to let it rest. I really would like to get a flex wire wire feed welder with flex wire. Also, I need to get a cut-off torch. Those are kind of expensive though. This is about, I don't know, 20 minutes of grinding. Now I'm going to weld it back up where there's gaps. You can see a couple places like there. I just got finished adding my braces and welding them in. I just beat this with a hammer after cutting it, and bend it over, and I'm going to weld it on the inside. That way it kind of grips the bucket itself. And then I'm going to weld up a little bit of that edge, and then also the back side, I'll flip that over and start welding it. Wow, the more I weld, the better my welds get. Well, it worked. I actually was able to pop roots with the thing, but I pulled, it was evidently a lot of weight, and it pulled the bolts through the tube steel. So they're in there. The bolts didn't shear themselves. So where the bolts tore through, I'm going to take a real thick piece of metal. This is 3/8 inch steel, and weld that across there. Make one big washer. And I'm also going to put that on the back side of the mount plate assembly. Keep it from tearing out in the future, because you look at that one, it's kind of concave, which is about 3 feet. I'd say about 3 feet. And I can get a hole about 16 inches deep with 3 feet. The reason I can go down and loosen it, but I can't pull the dirt out because it's not curved. I've tried it a couple times, it works good.